Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at the blue versions of the SH Figuarts wind and water effects. If Saturday morning cartoons fueled your imagination as a kid and powers your action figure collecting now as an adult, then you're in the right place. Thanks for stopping by and welcome to Saturday Morning Toy Collector. And if you like my content, please consider subscribing. Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. Many of you know that I live in Florida and in the Panhandle area, and we do have a massive hurricane. At the moment, it's a Category 3, which has been downgraded from what it was last night. Some models had it at a 5, potentially. Some had it at a 4. It's been downgraded to a 3, but we are directly in the path. So I definitely wanted to record this a day early, get it up for Friday. What does that mean for Saturday's show? We could be without power. I don't know. Greg and I are going to try to record tonight, which by the time you're watching this would have been last night, and post it, do a pre-recorded show just in case we lose power. We're going to be taking a look at these SH Figuarts wind and water effects, and I thought what better way to do that than to kind of show it off with this guy, which is the McFarlane Toys Tanjiro from Demon Slayer. This is the third one I believe they've put out, but this one is the deluxe version that's got like the extra face plates and the box for Nezuko on his back. So we're gonna kind of roll that little bitty review into seeing what these things can do, because I'm really excited to see what these can do for other 6-inch 1/12 scale figures. So enough rambling, let's get over to the review space and check them out. Okay, taking a closer look at the front of the package here, you can see this says Effect Wind Blue version for SH Figuarts, Bandai Namco. Got a little bit of drawing here on the front. Have a little effect for SH Figuarts. It's a series of effect parts that aims to recreate stunning variety of scenes through imposing designs by combining Tamashii effect parts with SH Figuart figures. You can craft incredible displays that feel truly real. It's really hard to read that right there. We've got some logos here. We've got this information here on the side. Same thing on this side. I have a window box on the top for letting some light down in there. Wind effect pieces there. And then here we have a little, on the back, we see a little diagram of everything we get. Looks like we have some port pieces. Shows you how to put it together. And then here is like some different ways you can set these pieces up. You don't have to use them necessarily for like sword effects. You can use them for like punching or kicking or jumping, power effects. So yeah, I'm really excited about how this is going to work out. So let's get this set opened up and see everything we get inside. Okay, going over everything in the package, you do get this one massive piece here, which on the back of the box is referred to as the stage. And I believe this is the part that has like the little holes located in it for plugging in the different support pieces. So you have this nice little effect piece, which can stand alone by itself. And then you get all of these little more rounded pieces. And these are definitely for like just sitting around on the outside of the base and then, or the stage, I'm sorry. And then here are some extra effect pieces. You see I have little holes in them. There's another one, and then even a smaller one. And then you have 3 of these support structures, and they all are different. So you have one that's got 2 ends on it, one that's L-shaped, and then a smaller piece that is also a different configuration. So I'm going to use the back of the package, and I'm going to see if I can attempt to assemble this how it says I probably should. All right, I think I have this put together properly. But basically what you do is you use these supports to sort of like fill in these gaps between the spirals. So you're adding a piece here between these 2 pieces, a piece here between these 2, and then this upper piece. So you get more of a like cone shape that is wider at the base and smaller at the top. So I believe that, you know, that's kind of the effect they're going for. And of course you have these other pieces that you can sit to the sides to sort of have like a shockwave effect. Now I do have a few bases here that have like the smaller SH Figuart connectors. This may be like an actual SH Figuart base. I know this one is not, but we're going to see if we can use these two in connection with these two pieces, with all of these pieces, to see what we can do with that as well. Okay, here we have the Effect Water Pieces blue version, and we have a nice little drawing on the front here. These do come in other color variants. I believe they have like white and maybe red for like the various effects. We're not going to try to read that again. That was a disaster. Like before, you know, same information on the left and right side, little window box on the top, and then here on the back, it shows us a diagram of the pieces that we get, and then some different configurations of how you can use those, along with some Tamashii stages to sort of like change those up. So let's get this pack opened up and see what it can do. Okay, just taking a closer look at the effects pieces. Man, you get this one big, huge, massive water splash. Now it is flat on the bottom, so it will sit just like that on your base. Your display stand. We have this smaller water effect. It is also flat across the bottom, so it too will just sit flat on the ground on your shelf or display base. We have another water effect piece. It is also flat, so this is really cool. So you get quite a few pieces that will just sit flat, and then your fourth piece is more of a splash effect that you absolutely have to use a Tamashii Nations stand, which I believe you plug in like right there, and you can use this as part of your display. Now I happen to have one right here, so let's get this plugged in, see how it works. Oh man, I'm having a hard time getting this plugged in. Can't really see it behind the camera, but there you have it, and then you can tilt it, rotate it any way you want to have it, you know, for the desired direction and effect that you're looking for. So let's use some of these Tamashii Nation bases. I have a couple of them, so let's get these interacting with that Tanjiro figure and see how it works. So I wanted to go back to this piece for a second because I was messing around with it, and I did not realize that this large piece comes apart into 3 parts. So this top piece actually comes off. So if you have a larger support system other than the Tamashii Nations base, you could probably use this as a standalone piece because it is a lot thicker than that. And then this piece also comes off as well. So you have another part. So you could just use this base alone by itself if you wanted to. I'm not sure the other parts plug into here. I don't believe they do. Or you could reconnect this all up. I just didn't know that that was a part of it. It does say that on the back of the box vaguely in a little drawing. It actually has, let me show you what it has here. It has this right here, but since I can't read Japanese, I don't know that that says, you know, detachable or whatever, but you can see, yes, that there is a little call out for that, and it does tell you where you can plug a stage base into, which is really nice. So I just wanted to show that before we got off any further into the review. Okay, so I did want to show this guy off a little bit. We're not doing like a full review on this guy. If you want a full review on this guy, you could definitely check out my very first Demon Slayer Tanjiro video, which I'll put a link to right here. It is the exact same figure, except for this one has the face plates and the little box for Nezuko to hide in the back. Otherwise, this is the exact same figure. There's nothing different here at all. So the only thing that we're going to touch on with this figure is just how the face plate swapping works. And so I believe you just pull this off. Well, that's kind of weird looking. Looks like a little baby face on the inside. And then you just take one of the other plates and just plug it straight in. And I think this is a neat feature that they have added to this particular character because he is very expressive. And I'm not pushing that in all the way just because I want to make it easy on myself to be able to get this face plate off without knocking everything over. And then let's put his kind of bewildered look on. Oh man, that looks dope. Yeah, like I said, I'm not pushing these in all the way. But for the rest of this review, we are going to be using this faceplate, so I'm going to make sure that that is secure. How he goes on my shelf, I don't know. Maybe the smiley face. And then we will take a look at the box because this is kind of nice. It is hollow, if you guys can hear that. It does come apart a little bit, as you can see. It's a very it just snaps together, and that's neat. And everything. I do wish you could open this door up a little bit and then look on the inside and see like a little Nezuko figure hiding in there. I think that would be kind of cool, but they didn't give us that, and of course that would require more tooling and more paint, and the figure would probably cost more. So empty hollow box it is. Now, I did want to show off one other thing. There is definitely a wrong and a right way to put the straps on his back. You do want to put the more open, flat sides of the straps on his shoulders, and then these smaller bits that are curved inward towards the bottom. Basically, if you just remember that you want the door to open this way. So as long as the hinge is on the left, you're good to go. And don't worry if the arms pop off while putting them on. Actually, probably popping one of the arms off is probably the easiest way to put it on. Mine came off while I was doing it. It was easy to pop off, easy to pop on. But there you have it. And I think he looks pretty dope sporting that box. He just wasn't complete without it. So, one would think that this would probably be very finicky to deal with all these like little posts and how you have to like position them. And it's not. It's really not finicky. You have a couple of Tamashii Nation stands or stages, whatever they're called, the little bases with the articulated arms, and you're good to go. You literally can position these things in any way that you want, and they will look good. Whether you're using those for action figure photography, or if you're looking for a really cool way to display your figures on your shelf, I think however you do it, it's going to look fantastic. I don't know what I'm doing, and I was able to set up these few shots in just a few minutes each, and they really took no time, and I think they look really, really, really cool. Now, I think they probably would look a lot better with a figure that had more articulation. It was a lot more dynamic in the posing department, rather than, other than this Tanjiro figure from McFarlane Toys. But I had just picked it up, and I wanted a chance to open it up and play around with it. And hey, look, who else better to try out some wind and water effects than Tanjiro, who does those very things. But if you were to pair this with like a Mezco or an SH Figure Arts or a Mafex figure, I think you're going to get much better results than the ones that I came up with here. But anyway, I think they look great. Both of these sets are in stock right now for $27.99. And I think for what you get and what you pay, I think it's completely worth it. This is a great budget-friendly way of adding really cool effects to any display, any shelf, or any action figure photography. So thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Please continue to check us out over at Instagram at Saturday Morning Toy Collector. I am your Saturday Morning Toy Collector. I'm your host, Mark, and I will see you in the toy aisles.